Again, welcome to our Heart to Heart podcast. Today we want to slow things down and help us see something that often gets missed in end times discussions. The rapture is not built on one verse, one teacher, or one era of church history. When people say, "I don't see the rapture in the Bible," what they usually mean is, "I don't see the word rapture." And trust us, we get these comments all the time. But the truth is this: the rapture is everywhere in the New Testament, woven into the language, the promises, the identity of the church, and the hope believers were told to live with. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Let's start with the most direct place. Paul tells the church in 1 Thessalonians 4 that believers who have died will rise first, and then those who are alive will be caught up together with them to meet the Lord in the air, not on the earth. Not at a throne of judgment, in the air. And Paul ends that teaching by saying, "Comfort one another," with these words. That alone tells us something. This event is meant to bring comfort, not fear. Then Paul goes even deeper in 1 Corinthians 15, calling this a mystery, something previously hidden but now revealed. He says, not all believers will die, but all will be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye. That's not gradual transformation. That's instant glorification. That's not endurance. That's departure. Paul continues this theme when he reminds believers in Philippians 3 that our citizenship is in heaven, and we eagerly wait for a Savior who will transform our lowly bodies to be like His glorious body. Again, waiting, expecting, looking up. And then Paul calls this expectation something very specific in Titus 2. He doesn't call it the terrifying hope or the dreadful hope. He calls it the blessed hope. Hope is something you look forward to. Hope brings anticipation, not anxiety. Now here's where identity matters deeply. Paul repeatedly tells the church that we are not appointed to wrath. He says this plainly in 1 Thessalonians 1 and 5. And when you read the book of Revelation honestly, the tribulation is not described as ordinary hardship or persecution. It is described as the wrath of God poured out on a Christ-rejecting world. So if the church is not appointed to wrath, and the tribulation is wrath, then the church must be removed before that period begins. That's not escaping suffering. That's honoring God's own promise. This also explains why Paul tells the Thessalonians in 2 Thessalonians 2 not to be shaken or afraid. He explains that the day of the Lord cannot begin until there is a departure and until the restrainer is taken out of the way. Lawlessness cannot fully break loose while the Spirit-filled church is still present. The Antichrist is not revealed until something is removed first. That something is us. And here's where the big picture comes together beautifully. God has always had a pattern. He does not pour out judgment where His righteous dwell. Noah was lifted above the flood before judgment came. Lot was removed from Sodom before fire fell. Rahab was taken out before Jericho collapsed. Enoch was taken before the flood ever began. This is not coincidence. This is God's rhythm. Judgment falls on the world. Rescue comes for the righteous. The New Testament doesn't abandon this pattern, it fulfills it. The church is the bride, the body, those in union with Christ. God does not pour wrath on His Son, His body, or His bride. And when you step back and look at the whole New Testament, the rapture isn't a fringe idea. It's the natural conclusion of everything we're told about who we are, what we're waiting for, and how God deals with His people. We are told to watch for Christ, not the Antichrist. We are told to expect His appearing, not endure His wrath. We are told to comfort one another, not frighten one another. The rapture is not about fear. It's about reunion. It's not about escape from responsibility. It's about the completion of redemption. And it's not hidden in one verse, it's everywhere, once you learn how to see it. So if you've struggled with doubt, confusion, or fear around this topic, let me say this gently. You're not missing something. God didn't hide your hope in obscure language. He placed it plainly in the letters written directly to you, the church. This is our blessed hope, and it was always meant to bring peace. Thank you for your attention today. We hope it has blessed you and answered some questions that may have been on your heart. Again, we ask that you subscribe to Heart to Heart. God bless you.
For a free ebook or Bible study, click the link to Pastor Rox's website below. We'd love to bless you. Have a wonderful day.